This property report is powered by realestate.com.au. Know the value of your home today. Track your property now.
Welcome back to Afternoon Agenda. To property now, and the RBA left interest rates on hold this week as the market continues its boom, with the current price surge leading to increasing concerns around housing affordability. Joining me live now from Melbourne is realestate.com.au's John Healy. John, are regulators likely to take action to slow the market?
Well, good afternoon, Gabriella. And as house prices do continue to rise, so too do questions around housing affordability. And of course, there are some forecasts that say price rises could be as high as 20%, if not more, over the course of this year and next. This week, some leading economists have said that it's increasingly likely that the regulator, APRA, may need to step in with macro-prudential controls to put some speed limits into the market to help slow down what is a very red-hot market at the moment. So while interest rates will remain low for some years yet, it may be the case that interest rate buffers on home loan applications are increased, meaning people's borrowing capacity is reduced. That comes at the same time that we're seeing huge amounts of searches for more expensive properties. The REA Insights Market Indicators report this week found that over the past 12 months, more people are searching for properties worth more than $1 million, driven, of course, by those record low rates and also the surging market. But at this stage, regulators are still indicating that there aren't any issues with high risk lending. If there are, APRA does have plenty of tools to deploy to help to cool the market. But exactly what those speed limits may look like when and if they're deployed remains to be seen.
John, it was the Easter long weekend last week, but that didn't stop the market. How did clearance rates look?
That's right, it was Easter last weekend, but still hundreds of properties around the country went to market. And if we have a look at some of the clearance rates now, they were very solid, sitting between 65% and even 100% around those capital city markets. Sydney and Melbourne did very well again, 96.1% and 87.7% there respectively. But a particular call out to the ACT market, a 100% clearance rate there is quite extraordinary. That was from 40 auction results available, and there were only 44 auctions scheduled in that market last week. So a stunning result there, a very good time to be a seller in the ACT. In fact, it was the 8th week in a row that clearance rates in the ACT were well in excess of 90%.
Wow, good time to be a seller indeed. Looking ahead now to this weekend, have auction numbers around the country bounced back from the Easter break?
Well, they absolutely have. We're expecting more than 1,800 homes to go under the hammer this weekend. That's up a whopping 191% week on week because of the lull we saw over Easter. Sydney there starting off with 615 auctions. Melbourne almost back to Super Saturday levels, 924 auctions expected there. And we would expect, as the autumn selling season part 2 kicks off in weeks to come, that those levels will increase again. Particularly, we'd expect a significant increase in auction numbers next week.
And John, finally, what properties have attracted the attention of buyers this week?
Well, the top 5 most popular homes on realestate.com.au this week that are also going to auction are dominated by homes in Victoria and outside of Melbourne. There are 2 homes there on the Mornington Peninsula and another at Wood End. And if we have a look at this beautiful home now at Wood End, it's a simply incredible property. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom retreat on more than 7 acres. A price guide there there of between $2.3 and $2.5 million. That beautiful renovated home you see there was once a shearer's cottage and now looks nothing like it. There's also a separate self-contained guest cottage on that property. And interestingly, this property comes with a permit that could be transferred to the new owner, where large public gatherings and private gatherings could be conducted on that property. So this one ticks all the boxes. It could be that country weekend getaway, it could be a full-time home, or it could be an income-generating property, depending on what the new buyers have in mind. That property is going to auction on Saturday morning.
Yeah, what a gorgeous property in a great part of the world too, the Mornington Peninsula. John Healy, thank you so much for the update.